welcome back to the channel. And as you can see in my hands, we've got 2024 Qi10 Max, and in this hand the 2017 famous TaylorMade M2. In this video, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little look whether or not this is as forgiving as TaylorMade are making out. How much difference 7 years of technology, carbon, twist face, weighting, all the rest of it has come on compared to what really is one of the best and most famous drivers that TaylorMade has ever brought out. Guys, enjoy this one. I've got a feeling it's going to be a cracker. Right guys, to kick things off, we're going to start with the Qi10. Now if you've seen my review video, you would have seen that I like it, I don't love it. It's definitely a draw bias driver. Certainly it's for the higher handicapper, for the slicer out there. Great looking, I love the blue face, I love the top line. It sits beautifully and square behind the ball. I love the gloss finish as well. I think it does, aesthetically I think it looks great. I'm not sure about performance for me. Spin rate wasn't bad. The distance wasn't bad, the dispersion was a bit crazy. I had to fight this in my review video to keep it from going left. And then if I really forced it out right, it would go right. So as for forgiveness, yeah, I think they've definitely improved, but you've got to be a quite consistent driver of the ball anyway to really, I think, notice that 10K of MOY. Right guys, let's hit things off with Qi10. We're on track now, we've got numbers, we're using Pro V1. As you can see by my previous shot on the screen, there you go, that's what I was talking about, the left feeling of this driver. Right, let's start one off. I'm going to try and start this up the right hand side. Right, not bad strike, let's see where that's gone. Definitely up the right hand side, okay, didn't turn over, I tried, this is my point. I've had to try it and force it up the right hand side with the turnover. Didn't quite get it that time. Let's hit another one. Let's hit a couple of each and then go back and alternate it as we get warmed up. Not bad numbers, 270 on the carry. Club head speed's way down, so let's try and get a better one out of the way. There's no club in the world that's going to stop that going right. Right. Alright, let's have a little look at that one. Yeah, not bad up the right hand side, turning back. Yeah, good numbers. I'll definitely take that. The spin rate on this is unbelievable. I don't get me wrong, it's me, I know that I misstrike it. My tendencies are a little bit all over the place, especially with driver. But just under 1700 revs with driver, that's meant to be the biggest head, the most forgiving. I'd expect that spin rate to be a lot higher. Club path and club face wasn't too bad. The launch angle was nearly 13, so we're getting that nice launch that we want. Alright, let's have one more with this and we move into the M2. Alright, let's try and get one coming around a bit more. Right, that definitely was off the toe, so I expect this to go left. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, similar numbers, sort of around that 270 total. Spin rate so low, so low. I'd love to get fitted for this, just out of curiosity. I probably would never game this. It's too much hard work, I'll be honest with you. I'm trying my hardest to stop this from turning, and when I do, I still block it out to the right. Is it forgiving? Yeah, it probably is. There's not much more you can say. It's a great looking driver. Is it for me? Nah, it isn't. If you're a drawer of the ball, it definitely isn't for you either. Right, let's pick up this T and get straight into the M2. Right guys, the M2. Now this had a little bit of modification, actually been sprayed black along the top line. Originally it's like a white top line. Down on the ground, it's as good as anything. I actually prefer this shape of head. TaylorMade have got a bit bulbous around the toe region with their later, like the newer drivers, especially in this stuff. QI10 definitely looks a bit better than the stuff, in my opinion. Yeah, it sits nice behind the ball. We've got that carbon crown. You can see that a bit more. There is carbon crown in the QI10, but you can definitely notice it more in the M2. We have obviously a bit of weighting at the back here for MOI, and it's all about MOI at the moment, especially with TaylorMade. This one's a bit higher. In the QI10, it's more down here in the heel, promoting that draw bias. So I'd expect this to draw less. Like I said, I've got a tendency to make any shot happen in golf because I'm just not that good. But let's hit one. So we're sitting at around, probably around about the 270 total mark. Spin rate's low. Yeah, ball speed and club head speed is quite low at the moment as well with the QI10. It is cold in the UK at the moment, but still, I want the numbers to be much better. Right, M2, yeah, it definitely sits nice behind the ball. Let's try and get a good one out there. Yeah, that was not a bad hit. A little bit off the bottom. Spin rate low again. Straight away though, guys, the ball speed jumped up. That was not a great hit. It was quite a low strike. Similar numbers, 277 is probably one of my best so far. Ball speed 155. Now the last shot with the QI10 wasn't my best strike, and the ball speed was about 152. So definitely early stages. Getting a little bit more out of the M2. And I've actually hit target. The other two with the QI10 was a little bit, I had to force it a bit. Certainly lighter in the head as well. It's a similar shaft setup we've got here. Got 60 grams stiff in the M2, a 62 gram in the QI10 Max. So pretty much as close as we get. Similar lofts, 10.5 head. Right, let's get another one out of the way here. Try and get that spin rate up a bit. See if we can keep it in the air a little bit longer. There we go. Club head's jumped up to 108. Still a little bit lower than what I'd like to see. Ball speed sitting at 155. So it's dropped a couple of miles per hour. 280 total. So look, it's cold in the UK. I'm not hitting it absolutely my best today. But so far the M2's just about pipping the 2024 TaylorMade QI10. Yeah, crazy. Let's hit one more. We'll jump back into the QI10. We go around again and do another round just to see if it's a fluke or is the M2 that much better. Ooh, okay, that might go out to the right. Let's not be intrigued this one. I've got to say, that's done unbelievable. Club face was certainly open. Let's wait for the club path. Where it comes up. Great numbers, 280 pretty much in the carry. Ball speed and club head speed remaining at about 155 and about 107. Better spin rate, 2.8. That's where I expect this to sit. Now don't forget, TaylorMade brought out the M1 and the M2, this being the more forgiving version. So this one, comparing it to the Max, maybe it could be more comparable to the standard head. We might do that one a bit further down the line, but so far, I've hit 3 in a row. That's going to keep me in the play. Let's jump back into QI10. Yeah, I don't know if I love it. Picking it up now on the second initial time, this is certainly got a heavier head. Definitely more weight in the head. Feel like I'm certainly going to have to put more into it to get more out of it. Now, I don't swing it overly quick, sort of 105 to 110 club head, but I'm struggling to get their numbers with this. I really am. Right, so another 3 with the TaylorMade QI10 Max. Yeah, interesting. Now this is my test. This is not going to be for everyone. There are going to be people out there who have their own biases. Let's see if I can keep this on the plane, because this has been going left and right on me. Right, that was a really good strike. I'll be interested to see where that goes. Yeah, crazy. my best numbers so far with it, but it's just gone right. I felt like I put a good, I mean, I'm 2.7. All right, I'm swinging a little bit up to the right there. Does it warrant that much movement? We didn't see it in the M2, and my club half was similar. So, are we getting led down a bit of a path by TaylorMade? Is it a bit of marketing? They're saying this is they're the most forgiving driver, when actually I've just hit 3 with the M2, kept them all on the planet, and got good numbers. Let's hit a couple more. I just can't get on with it. I just can't get on with it. Right, last one with the Qi10 Max. And then we'll dive into the conclusion, have a quick look at the numbers. So far, it's just not for me, I don't think. Right, I've tried going up that one a little bit. There you go, up the left. Now, look, yeah, that's probably my best numbers actually. Just under 160 ball speed, so that's getting closer to where I want to see it. 108, just under 109 club head, but I've had to go after that, and I've still probably missed the fairway. Spins in a really good place, 2.2, just under 2.3. Club half's good. Yeah, better numbers, 282 on the total, but I've had to really try my hardest to get them numbers out of this club. Ladies and gentlemen, the Qi10 Max, good, great looking. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's hit a few more with the M2. And then I'll go into my conclusion on what I think and don't think is the positives with the Qi10. I just prefer the way this looks. The top line's as square. There's a little bit more, it looks a little bit more lofted looking down at the ball, considering they're both 10.5. I've got to say, I actually do prefer that little bit of carbon on top. If you're someone that likes a bit more of a plain traditional head, then the Qi range might be a bit more for you. But, right, let's see if I can put a good one on here. Right. Ooh, there we go. All right, the M2, ladies and gentlemen, is human. I most certainly am human, because I could definitely spray it around the golf course. Yeah, open club face, spins jumped up just under 3,000, which is a bit higher for me personally. I'd like that, as you know from the previous videos and previous shots, I like that a bit lower. Club head and ball speed down on that one. Bad shot. Yeah, we won't be taking that one. All right, let's hit another one. Ooh, nearly taken out by tee. There we go, a little buttery fade. Oh. It's just pipped. Actually, no, it hasn't. That's my bad. It's 285 total, so just 2 yards shorter than my best with the Qi10. Great spin number, 2.6. Again, couple of revs lower. That would be, I reckon we get up to sort of the 290 range. Weirdly, actually, when I put my hardest swing on the Qi10, I do get the best club head speed. That was quite a good swing, good speed. It felt like for me. And I could only seem to get about the 105, 106, 107 on the club head, and around the 156, 157 with the ball speed. Right, last one, and then we go into the conclusion. TaylorMade made the most forgiving driver ever. Is it the best they've ever created? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, okay, that was a ropey one. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Oh, I can't finish on that one. Let's hit that one. Ooh. One more. It's a bit biased to the M2 now, obviously, but that was awful. That was my worst swing of the day. There's no doubt about it. Still got decent numbers, 280 on the carry, on the total. Right, last one. Come on, finishing a good one. Yeah, nice little fiery fade, spins down, just under 290 on the total. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the conclusion, get some data up on the screen, guys. 2017, 2024, most forgiving driver ever, a fan favourite, a bloody good driver. Let's look at the numbers. Unfortunately, I didn't actually split them, so I've deleted the shots with the M2. We're going to start with Qi10. Yeah, I don't love this club, I'll be honest with you. It looks great. I really want it to perform well. I really do. If I had to design a driver, it wouldn't be a million miles away from this in terms of looks, in terms of the colour system they've got going. I just prefer the head shape of the M2 a bit more. Now there's other drivers out there that we will get reviewing soon and compare, but yeah, TaylorMade have done a good job in selling this promise to everyone that you're going to have the most forgiving driver ever. And maybe you will. I'm not the greatest with driver, as we've seen throughout the video, but I'm not seeing the results that I expected. I'm not seeing them toe hits that I know go left, straighten up. They're still going left. The ones with the club face open at impact, you know, only moving a little bit with this 10k of MOI. No, it's still moving quite a bit and I'm still losing them out to the right. And as you've seen from some of my club data on the club path, it's not been drastic. You're talking a couple of degrees out. Right, so the numbers aren't bad, all right? So 107 on the average with the club head speed with the Qi10. 156.6 ball speed. Now that actually surprises me. I've had to put a lot of effort into some of these shots to get the numbers up. There's no doubt about it. I would like to swing a bit more relaxing on the course. Carry 251, total 287. It surprises me how good their numbers actually are, considering what I'm seeing on the screen, and I'm not loving it. I'm not looking at it going, wow, that's doing really well. But the numbers, to be fair to TaylorMade, are quite impressive. We'll jump into the M2 in a sec. So average spin rate, just over 2,000. Certainly would expect that to be higher with the max head. Now that is me as well, there's no doubt about that, but it's quite low. Get up to about 2.4, 2.5. We'll see it in the air a little bit longer, and maybe hopefully less sort of left and right shots, certainly. Now my miss, this is what kind of throws me a little bit here. My main miss is out to the right. And I think that's me fighting the draw bias in this driver. You know, like I've said in previous videos, you can see the weight right down on the hill there. That's promoting a big draw. And in my full review of the Qi10, you saw that. You saw it going left quite a lot, and I had to fight it. I had to fight really hard to keep it coming back. Starting right, coming back to centre. And I don't particularly like doing that on the best of days. I normally play a little baby cut. So is this driver for me? No, it's not. There's no doubt about it. It looks great. It's definitely not for me. If you're a drawer of the ball, certainly not for you either. I'll definitely go and test it, have a look at it. It looks beautiful, like I've said. But yeah, numbers are doing well, considering how much I've sort of struggled with this. But then again, I've had to put a lot in to get that out. Right, let's jump into the M2, have a little look and compare the numbers, and then I'll give you my full conclusion at the end. Right guys, TaylorMade M2. Yeah, I love this thing. I've got to say, it looks great behind the ball. It's obviously been sprayed black, but I actually think that looks great. I think it looks fantastic. I like the carbon you get to see behind the ball. It's slightly bigger on the face as well, I'd say. It seems deeper, which for me, someone who sprays it from the top and the bottom, it fills me with confidence. We are seeing that weight at the back slightly higher in the Qi10 Max. It's further down here in the hill. So that's why I think I'm seeing less deviation with this compared to the Qi10. Now, it's certainly the Qi10 isn't for me. So the comparison video on this is as close as I can get in terms of this is the most forgiving head in its time, and the Qi10 Max is the most forgiving driver ever, TaylorMade claiming. Right, numbers. It's quite interesting. So I felt like I was getting more out of the M2. I was certainly hitting more fairways, without a doubt. But the numbers are a little bit down compared. We're averaging at 105.7 club head with the M2, 156.5 ball speed with the M2. So both down a little bit on that. Totaling at 285. So very similar numbers. Spin rate on this is 2.6. So much more where I expected to see with the more forgiving head, there's no doubt about that. It was definitely getting up in the air a bit better. It was easier for me to hit as well. I felt like I didn't have to really go at it. I felt like I'd probably get a bit more out of this as well if I was swinging a bit quicker, if it was about 10 degrees hotter as well. So, right, and then the miss, overall the miss was a bit right. I had that one that went really, really quite right. Let me dismiss that one. Bit of cheating going on, but we're looking around sort of about 50 foot right. So, yeah, I can spray the club around as much as anyone, ladies and gentlemen. There's no doubt about it. Driver is by far the weakest club in my bag. I struggle mentally with it. When I get it good, it's great, but the average isn't fantastic for me. Have TaylorMade come on leaps and bounds? I can't see it. I really can't see it. I've gained a bit of ball speed. I've gained a little bit of club head speed, but I've had to really put the effort in. Really try hard to keep the driver on the planet. Now, I've said it 3 or 4 times, that driver probably isn't for me. There's no doubt about it. But guys, yeah, you can probably save yourself £300 or £400, get yourself an M2. The M2 for me wins it. Overall looks are probably just a bit better. I think the top line, the crown, looks that little bit better. Don't dismiss it. Try it. Try the Qi10. It's a beautiful looking club. But for me, the M2 is still the best. I think it's the best driver they've ever created, in my opinion. It goes well, it launches well, it gives me good numbers and keeps you on the fairway. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, as always, please subscribe, like, and leave comments in the section down below. Yeah, M2 does it for me. Happy days. See you next time. Take care.